I had enough. I am officially tired of these serial killers. I can't get a job. Nobody will hire me. You lying motherfucker. I'm watching the news. And two brothers with bad paperwork, they watch that child pornography. They got hired by TSA. And you trying to tell me you as a serial killer can't get a job with a TSA too? Let's watch this news clip and we'll come back and chop it up.
The man is dead after a deputy shooting in Southwest Miami-Dade.
Happened as deputies were serving a search warrant in connection with a child pornography investigation. Let's go to local 10's Trent Kelly.
He's live right now at that scene with the very latest. Trent?
Yeah, we know that shooting happened at a home right behind this large mobile command unit here at the end of a cul-de-sac. Deputies tell us a total of 5 people were inside that home at the time, including one man who's now in custody in connection to that child porn investigation, plus another man who was shot after showing up with a gun. A massive law enforcement response in Southwest Miami-Dade after a deadly SWAT shooting involving deputies who were conducting a child pornography investigation.
We removed 2 adults and a child safely from the residence at the door simply by verbal commands. And then this individual came to the door armed and confronted our deputies.
It all started around 5:30 this morning when members of the SWAT team arrived at a home along Southwest 102nd Place near Fairway Heights Boulevard to serve a search warrant. The warrant issued by members of the Internet Crimes Against Children, or ICAC unit, who've been conducting a year-long investigation into an alleged child porn and sexual abuse case, where the victims ranged between infant and 6 years in age.
Very important to share with you that ICAC search warrants are the most dangerous warrants historically in law enforcement that we can serve. It is unfortunate, but just a fact, and therefore it's important for the community to know that this is the kind of situation that we were encountering today.
After arriving, deputies made contact with 3 people at the home's front door, including 2 adults and a child. All 3 were safely removed. That's when investigators say another man who was armed with a gun showed up and refused commands to drop his weapon, causing the SWAT team to shoot and kill him. Detectives taking another man who was inside that home into custody. That man said to be the subject of the ongoing child porn investigation. Our cameras later catching up to a woman who arrived at the scene in tears. While she didn't know much information, she said the man who was shot and killed was her stepson.
Nothing. Don't know nothing. My son called me and told me, "Mom, hurry. SWAT came in and killed my stepson."
And so far, the charges against that man who was arrested here have yet to be released. The identity of that other man who was shot and killed by deputies also has not been released either. We do know, though, that no deputies or SWAT team members were hurt in this morning's incident, and the investigation into this case is now being led by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. For now, that's the latest live from Southwest Miami-Dade. I'm Trent Kelly, Local 10 News.
When sliding goes absolutely wrong.
We removed 2 adults and a child safely from the residence at the door simply by verbal commands. And then this individual came to the door armed and confronted our deputies.
The SWAT team, they was ready for whatever.
Very important to share with you that ICAC search warrants are the most dangerous warrants historically in law enforcement that we can serve. It is unfortunate, but just a fact. And therefore, it's important for the community to know that this is the kind of situation that we were encountering today.
They said, oh, child porn arrest warrants are the worst warrants to serve. Because the guy know the person get arrested, male or female, no wants to get to jail, they gonna get fucked up. Ain't no way you can explain having child porn on your computer. But that stepmom said stayed her ass at work.
Our cameras later catching up to a woman who arrived at the scene in tears. While she didn't know much information, she said the man who was shot and killed was her stepson.
Nothing. Don't know nothing. My son called me and told me, "Mom, hurry. SWAT came in and killed my stepson."
Your stepson, he's sliding for a dude with bad paperwork, and you want to be out there moping and crying? You said stay your ass at your Napa job. Now everybody know at Napa, your stepson was sliding for a dude with bad paperwork, and SWAT team fucked his ass up. Bravo to the SWAT team. He said listen to verbal commands. But cameraman, bravo. You understand the assignment. That cop had a fat ass, and you stayed on it.
Detectives taking another man who was inside that home into custody.
We're not gonna judge that man. He might have COVID, but his reporting on this story has been 100% on point. But we're gonna judge. In the clip coming up, the mom and simp stepdad. We're gonna judge their ass.
This is surveillance video that captured the moments leading up to a deadly deputy-involved shooting in southwest Miami-Dade. The year-long investigation into child pornography led deputies to a home with a man armed inside.
Local 10's Trent Kelly is live with the shocking details.
Yeah, that's right. That deadly confrontation with deputies yesterday happening right here in front of the home behind me, leaving one man dead, a second now in custody, facing charges, and we are just now getting a look at his new mugshot. Take a look here. This is Christian Barada. He's being held now on 25 counts of possessing child porn, and it comes as we see new surveillance video showing those dramatic moments leading up to this deadly deputy-involved shooting. Surveillance video showing SWAT trucks from the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office rolling into this neighborhood in southwest Miami-Dade. The team serving a warrant early Tuesday from investigators with the Internet Crimes Against Children Unit. With guns drawn, deputies flood the front yard of a home off Fairway Heights Boulevard in southwest 102nd Place. They were there to arrest a suspect they say was involved in a child pornography case.
Open the door!
Detectives say several people were inside the home at the time, including a young child. At some point, they say a man confronted them with a gun, forcing deputies to open fire. The mother of the men involved speaking to us in Spanish. She says deputies killed her 21-year-old son, Christopher Barada, adding she didn't think he owned a gun. She says she watched as her son fell to the floor. Her other son, Christian Barada, was later arrested. The suspect's stepfather says the shooting has left his family destroyed.
My wife is devastated. She has no life now. One is in jail, one is dead.
He says both men worked for TSA. The Miami-Dade sheriff says the warrant was the result of a year-long investigation and that the suspect was watching child porn and trading it online.
Were the victims of child pornography and sexual abuse range from the ages of infancy to 6 years of age.
And Christian Barada is expected to appear in bond court later today on those 25 charges. In the meantime, the FDLE, or the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, is now investigating the deputy's use of force here yesterday. For now, that is the latest live from Southwest Miami-Dade. I'm Trent Kelly, Local 10 News.
Mom and Sim stepdad, so you're more upset with the SWAT team for killing Christopher than you are at Christian, who was into some nasty ass stuff.
The mother of the men involved speaking to us in Spanish. She says deputies killed her 21-year-old son, Christopher Barada, adding she didn't think he owned a gun. She says she watched as her son fell to the floor. Her other son, Christian Barada, was later arrested. The suspect's stepfather says the shooting has left his family destroyed.
My wife is devastated. She has no life now. One is in jail, one is dead.
He says both men worked for TSA.
An infant to 6 years old. Oh my God. Please. Child protection services. Keep that child you rescue away from that family.
We removed 2 adults and a child safely from the residence at the door simply by verbal commands. And then this individual came to the door armed and confronted our deputies.
They're going at the SWAT team. You kill Christopher.
A look at surveillance video from the moments leading up to Miami-Dade deputies shooting and killing a man while serving a warrant. Now, that man's brother is waking up behind bars, and his family says he should not be there.
Our CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner joining us live now from outside the jail in West Miami-Dade, where that man is locked up right now. Morgan.
Yeah, good morning. The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office said this started as a year-long investigation into a case involving child pornography, the victims as young as infants to 6 years old. And take a look at this, because this morning we are getting our first look at the new mugshot of the suspect, Christian Barada. His family gave us video surveillance from the moment SWAT arrived to serve the warrant and the shots fired. Take a look at that.
To the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Officer, and search warrant 15513 Southwest 102, please put your hands up.
Now, just before 5:30 Tuesday morning, deputies broke the side gate of a home on 102nd Place in Southwest Miami-Dade and announced their presence on the property. MDSO says they safely got 2 adults and a child out of the home. Then they were confronted by an armed man. Deputies said they were forced to shoot and kill. After the shooting, investigators saw the man they were serving the warrant to, Christian Barada, in the house, and they safely took him into custody. Family identified the man killed as Christian's 21-year-old brother, Christopher Barada. His family let us in their home, showing us loving photos and bullet holes from the shots that killed him.
I don't understand what happened in a moment. My house was destroyed, also my life and my kids. They killed him.
Now, coming up in the next half hour, you will hear from Sheriff Rosie Cordero-Stutz about just how dangerous a case like this is. For now, I'm live at TGK. Morgan Reiner, CBS News, Miami.
Who is willing to slide for a pedophile? There you are. And Christian, a dude that is sick as hell. I'm guessing, I gotta put it out there, I'm guessing the mom and stepdad, they work for TSA too. Elon, why do you not cut the funds to the TSA? If Al-Qaeda come back, so what? They can't be worse than what the hell the TSA is hiring right now. 2 brothers, one willing to slide for a pedophile and one that is the pedophile.